Hoop Central, and this is the top 10 #1 draft picks of all time. Today, we are talking about draft picks that really were worth the hype. From big men who redefined dominance to guards who danced on the hardwood, these are the 10 greatest #1 picks in NBA history. Before we get into it though, do us a huge favor by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. It's quick and easy, and really does help us continue to make great NBA content just like this. Now, let's dive into some of the best NBA draft picks of all time. At number 10, we have Larry Johnson. You might be scratching your head with our first choice here, but Larry Johnson deserves some flowers for what he brought to the game, although in a slightly different way. Drafted by the Charlotte Hornets, Grandmama was the cornerstone of a fledgling franchise.
Johnson is three-point territory, but guarded tightly. Johnson cuts left, now fires a three. It is good! And he's...
Under a minute to go.
Larry's combination of strength, finesse, and charisma made him a fan favorite and laid the groundwork for Charlotte as a basketball city. While injuries curtailed his career, his early years remain a testament to what might have been. Plus, without Larry Johnson, some people argue we'd never have the Charlotte Hornets at all. He put them on the map, and that's one of the reasons why he was such a brilliant draft pick. At number 9, we have Allen Iverson.
With the first pick in the 1996 NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Allen Iverson from Georgetown University.
The numbers and stats are one thing, but Allen Iverson was more than just an impressive basketball player. He was also a cultural icon. All these years later, people still talk about the influence and impact he had on players who weren't even born when he was drafted. The 76ers made him the #1 pick in 1996, and AI brought his fearless attitude, mesmerizing crossovers, and unforgettable moments to Philly. The 27.6 points and 6.1 assists per game didn't hurt either.
11 rebounds, a block, 3 points. Iverson, wow, what a fake on Daniels as he broke his ankles. 9 to go. The steal by Iverson, posting in. He wins it.
The 2001 MVP dragged a mediocre Sixers squad to the finals and famously stepped over Tyronn Lue in Game 1. Iverson's influence on the game, from fashion to playing style, was seismic. Pound for pound, he's one of the toughest players ever to lace up. At number 8, we have David Robinson. The Admiral brought discipline and dominance to the Spurs when they drafted him in 1987. In a short amount of time, he completely turned the team around and remains a cornerstone of the franchise's history.
First selection in the 1987 NBA Draft will be made by the San Antonio Spurs.
That will be David Robinson.
Robinson had to delay his NBA debut due to his service in the Navy, but once he arrived, he was an instant star. In his first season alone, Robinson posted more than 24 points and 12 rebounds per game. Welcome to the NBA, Admiral.
Now Olajuwon, court blocked on the jam.
Arena tonight, our statistician David Robinson. The other David Robinson.
He won MVP in 1995 and 2 championships along Tim Duncan, forming the league's most polite yet devastating duo. A tenacious defender and an underrated scorer, Robinson was a franchise cornerstone who helped build the Spurs dynasty. At number 7, we have Oscar Robertson. Before triple-doubles were the cool kid stat, Oscar Robertson made them an art form. Drafted in 1960, the Big O was a revolutionary guard who became the first player in NBA history to average a triple-double for an entire season.
Into the hands of Robertson. Robertson shoots. Robertson hits.
Robinson can drive brilliantly with the ball.
He eventually teamed up with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in Milwaukee, winning a championship in 1971. Robertson's impact on the game went beyond stats. He fought for players' rights, paving the way for modern free agency. At number 6, we have Hakeem Olajuwon, the Dream Shake. Need I say more?
The Houston Rockets select Hakeem Olajuwon.
When Houston selected Hakeem Olajuwon in 1984, they found a big man with the footwork of a ballet dancer. Hakeem was a two-way terror, racking up 2 championships, an MVP, and 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards.
I had to write them down. Hakeem to me is #1.
His 1994 and 1995 title runs are the stuff of legend, especially sweeping Shaq's Magic in the finals. Interestingly enough, number 5 is Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal was a mountain of a man with a personality to match. You know you've made it when your first name is known all over the globe, and that's definitely true for Shaq.
With the first pick in the 1992 NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic selects Shaquille O'Neal.
When the Orlando Magic selected him in 1992, he broke backboards.
Shaquille
physics, and defenses. O'Neal's combination of size, strength, and agility was unlike anything the league had seen. His peak years with the Lakers were sheer dominance, 3 straight Finals MVPs, and a trio of championships.
A shot blocked by Shaq.
Against Dudley. Nice.
Watch
Campbell
the
in the
trail.
post.
Watch
Here's
the trail.
Shaq was unstoppable in the paint, a marketing genius off the court, and an all-time great on it. The Magic pulled off quite the trick when they drafted Shaq. At number 4, we have Magic Johnson. Imagine being 6'9", playing point guard and revolutionizing basketball with your showmanship. That's Magic Johnson. When the Lakers made him the top pick in 1979, they launched the Showtime era.
The Lakers 6 or 4 will be happy with the first half.
Magic Johnson.
That's rebounding. When you think of in the Magic, back to Scott.
Magic was a walking triple-double and the NBA's ultimate entertainer. In his rookie season, he stepped in at center for an injured Kareem and dropped 42 points to win the Finals MVP. He ended up with 5 titles, 3 MVPs, and a place in basketball and pop culture history. Magic lived up to his nickname. And number 3, it's Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan didn't need flash because he let his bank shot do the talking. Drafted by the Spurs in 1997, Duncan was the backbone of one of the most successful dynasties in sports. Over a 19-year career, he won 5 championships and 2 MVPs, all while rarely cracking a smile on the court.
That great start. Oh, he gets doubled. Shaq all over him. He gets away, a fadeaway. He makes it!
Nicknamed the Big Fundamental, Duncan was a masterclass in efficiency and consistency. His stoic demeanor belied his ruthless effectiveness, and his partnership with Greg Popovich became a blueprint for sustained excellence. And number 2, we have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Before Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was skyhooking his way into history, he was Lou Alcindor, the most unstoppable college player ever.
7 foot, 1/4-inch Lou Alcindor, a 15-year-old.
When the Bucks drafted him in 1969, he immediately delivered. Rookie of the Year, an MVP in his second season, and a championship in year 3. After moving to the Lakers, Kareem racked up 6 MVPs, which is still the most in NBA history, and 6 championships too. His all-time scoring record stood for nearly 40 years before LeBron finally broke it. And let's not forget, he changed the game on and off the court with his activism and intellect. On the Mount Rushmore of the NBA, Kareem definitely has a place. And finally, at number 1, LeBron James. But, of course, we have to end things with the chosen one. King James, the kid from Akron, the man who quite literally changed the game, LeBron James. When LeBron was drafted in 2003, he wasn't just a high school phenom, he was the future of NBA basketball. Hailing from Akron, Ohio, he brought sky-high expectations and somehow exceeded every single one. There had never been a draft pick like LeBron, and there had never been one who delivered on all his promises. 4 MVPs, 4 championships, countless broken records, and more. King James became a one-man team who could do it all. Scoring, playmaking, rebounding, defending, you name it, James can do it.
Here's Pierce again. A Smith screen. Posey will defend.
61 all. Again, the Cavaliers off the offensive board. LeBron.
10 Cavaliers and Sonics. James getting back from Donyell Marshall.
He led the Cavs to their first ever title in 2016, completing a legendary 3-1 finals comeback. Oh, and he's still adding chapters to his story as the NBA's all-time leading scorer. It's wild to think that LeBron used to be a kid who needed to prove himself because all these years later, he's proven everything. The number 1 pick is a heavy crown to wear. These players didn't just handle the weight, they thrived under it, shaping the NBA in ways that ripple through the league to this day. Whether it's LeBron's relentless pursuit of greatness, Kareem's skyhook perfection, or Iverson's cultural revolution, these legends prove that sometimes the draft's top prize is worth all the hype. Who's next in line to join this exclusive club? Only time will tell. Thank you for joining us for our list of the NBA's top 10 number 1 draft picks of all time. Go ahead and put in the comments below if you agree or disagree with this list and why. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you get the latest content right when it drops. Until then, we'll see you next time.